Jai Hind to all. Myself Anuj Kumar Dwivedi, Assistant Professor, CSE Department in Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss minimum cost spanning tree. So let's start. What is minimum cost spanning tree? So before going to discuss minimum cost spanning tree, we must have to have knowledge about the spanning tree. So let's discuss what is spanning tree. So spanning tree of a graph is just a subgraph of a given graph, right? And subgraph must be like that all the vertices in the graph must be connected and it must be tree. Suppose we have a graph with n vertices, then after extracting the subgraph there should be n vertices and the number of edges must be n minus 1. That means the subgraph must be a tree. So this is known as spanning tree when all the vertices are connected and the number of edges are less than number of nodes minus 1s, right. So this spanning tree problem has very wide applications in the field of networking, like telephone network, electrical network, and there is some application in the VLSI design, and there is a one more common problem or famous problem, that is traveling salesman problem, where we use the tree traversal, and along with tree traversal we use the technique of drawing a spanning tree, and we calculate the minimum path for a salesman for visiting the multiple cities. So these are the various areas where the spanning tree is being used. Now we come to the problem, what is the minimum cost spanning tree, right? So as we know, the spanning tree, there may be various spanning tree of a graph, this is the fact. Now how we come to know which is the minimum cost spanning tree? So let's discuss. The cost of the spanning tree is the sum of the weight of all the edges in the tree. There can be many spanning trees and there is also possibility, so there may be many minimum cost spanning tree also, because let's discuss first discuss how we decide the how many spanning tree may be there and how we will decide the which one is the minimum cost spanning tree. Let's discuss with an example. Suppose we have a graph of 4 vertices like this. Name of the vertex A, first vertex is A, B, C and D. All these vertices are connected with each other because it is the directed graph and each edge had some weight. So let's assume some weights on the edges. Let's weight of the between A to B is 2, edge between B to C having weight 4, edge between D to C having weight 3 and edge between A to D having weight 1, right. And we name this graph, that is G, this is the original graph. Now how many spanning trees may be there? Let's see. If we assume any one of the edge in this graph, then this graph will be a spanning tree, because all the vertices will remain connected and there will number of edges will be n minus 1. Here there are 4 vertices. If you remove any one of the edge, then there will be 3 edges and the number of vertices will remain 4. Let's see. If we first assume that we are removing edge between A to D. So what will be the exact graph after removing the edge A to D? So this is the actual graph. We are removing A to D. So A to B is there, B to C is there, D to C is there. right, and number of edges are 3, that is 4 minus 1, that is n minus 1, and these are the edges, right. So, this is the spanning tree, all the vertices are connected with each other and the number of edges are n minus 1, right. Now, this is, we say this graph is G1, right. Now, we can draw another spanning tree, suppose we are removing edge A to B. So, the another version of the graph will be A, D, B, C, right, and now we are removing A to B. So, this edge is there, this is there, this is there. Number of weights are 1, 4 and 3. We name this graph is G2. This is also a spanning tree. There is also number of edges are 3 and number of vertices are 4. So, fully connected, number of vertices are fully connected. So, this is also a spanning tree. Now, let us see another version of the graph. Let us say again we remove another edge. We can see we have been removed A to D and we have removed A to B. Now, we are removing B to C. B to C we are removing. So, this is the graph, number of weights are there 2, 1 and 3. Let us say this is the G3. So, this is the another version of the graph. Let us say now we removing another edge, that is D to C. That is what happened. We are removing D to C here. So, A, D, B, C. So, now the graph looks like this. This is the tree and weights are 1, 2 and 4. This is the G4. So, now you can see these 4 are the all variants of this particular graph. These 4 G1, G2, G3, G4 all are the subgraph of the given graph G, right. So, and all 4 subgraphs are the having the nature of tree, that means spanning tree, and we can see that weight of the individual tree. The weight of this spanning tree is 4 plus 3 plus 2, 9. Weight of this spanning tree is 4 plus 3 plus 1, this is 8. Weight of this spanning tree 3 plus 2 plus 1, 6. Weight of this spanning tree 4 plus 2 plus 1, meaning 7. Now, you can guess that among these 4 spanning trees, with the graph which have the minimum weight is known as minimum cost spanning tree. All 4 are spanning trees, but the graph which having minimum weight among these is known as minimum cost spanning tree. So, our focus in this chapter, in this topic, is that how to design a network, how to reduce the cost of designing a network with all the nodes are connected and the cost of wiring or cost of connectivity should be minimum. So, how we will decide which particular subgraph is the best for networking, means how we came to know which is the minimum cost spanning tree. So, there are some defined approaches, some algorithms are there. First algorithm is known as Prim's algorithm, which teach us the approach how to find out the minimum cost spanning tree, and another approach which is known as Kruskal's algorithm. It also tells that how you can find directly the minimum cost spanning tree for the particular purpose of the particular use. So, here is the problem statement. Problem statement is there. Given a connected undirected weighted graph, given a connected undirected weighted graph, find a spanning tree. Find a spanning tree using edges that minimizes the total weight. Now, how the Prim's algorithm works, right? So, in the Prim's algorithm, we have given a graph that is directed weighted graph, and we have to choose a particular node as a source vertex, right? And we find out the minimum cost adjacent edges of the selected node, and we continue to do this. Now, let us see how the Prim's approach do the work for the finding the minimum cost spanning tree. So, in this approach, we have to identify a node as a arbitrary node, arbitrary source from where we have to start, and continuously we find out the adjacent edges of that particular vertex which is minimum. So, we repeat this thing, we have to select each and every vertex turn by turn, and we have to process adjacent edges, and we have to optimize the weight of these particular adjacent edges. So, Prim's algorithm is based on the greedy approach. Greedy approach is the problem solving technique used for the various approaches where we have the greedy choices. We have pick a particular choice, and we judge that particular choice on the some parameters, and if the particular choice passes that parameters, we add this particular choice into our solution. So, this is the greedy approach, and the Prim's algorithm is based on the greedy approach. So, let us discuss what is the algorithm, right. This is the whole algorithm which defines the Prim's approach. So, we are given a graph that is weighted undirected graph, right, and we have to choose one arbitrary source, that means we have to choose a node, and after choosing a node we push all the vertices of the graph into a queue. We push all the vertices of the graph into a queue, and for each vertex which belongs to queue, we assign a weight that is infinity. So, what we are doing here, key u v equal to infinity. So, we are defining a weight of a particular all the nodes to infinity, meaning when a node having the weight infinity means this node is disconnected from everywhere, right. When the node having a weight infinity means it has undefined path from anywhere, and we initialize the source vertex which is assumed by us weight 0, right, and parent of all the vertices is currently null, right. Now, this is the whole approach how we optimize the adjacent edges one by one. So, now we scan the queue. This queue is not a normal queue, it is a priority queue, and we pushed all the nodes of the graph into the priority queue. Now, we are using the extract min function of the priority queue to extract the minimum weight vertex from the queue, right. And when we extract the minimum weight node from the queue, so for each vertex belongs to adjacent of u, came out, vertex u came out, and we see all the adjacent vertices of the u, right. If vertex v belongs to q and weight of u v is less than key v. Key v means weight of u v means adjacent edge weight is less than the weight assigned to the adjacent vertex, then what we will do? We assign the parent of V to U, right, and the weight of V will be updated with the weight of the adjacent edge. So, this is the whole process. We continue selecting vertices and we continue to update adjacent edges weight, right. So, now we are going to implement Prim's algorithm in this particular graph. So, suppose this is the given graph, and what we are going to do, first we have to initialize this graph. To solve this problem, to find out the minimum cost spanning tree of a given graph, we have to identify source first. So, let us 5 is the source vertex. We assume that this is the source 5. Now, what we do? We push all the vertices inside a queue. So, let us assume we have a queue like this, and we have the vertices 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So, these are the vertices, right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let us suppose this is the given graph. Now, we are pushing all the vertices inside a queue. So, let us assume this is the our queue, this is the queue, and all the vertices are pushed inside a queue. Vertices names are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right, and we assume that 5 is the source vertex. So, how the graph is initialized? We assign weight of all the vertices to is infinity, and the weight of the source vertex is 0. This is infinity and this is the infinity. All the vertices having the weight infinity, right, except the source vertex. We assign the source vertex the weight 0. Now, we extract the minimum weight vertex from the queue. So, what we do? We will extract this, we show this particular node into the dot square. So, this that means the 5 is coming out. When the node 5 is coming out, we see the all the adjacent of vertex 5. So, adjacent of vertex 5 are 7 and 4, right, and 7 and 4 vertices having the weight infinity, and the adjacent edges having the weight 5 to 7 adjacent weight is having the weight 10, adjacent is from 5 to 4 having the weight 25. So, we will update these vertices weight with the adjacent weight. So, vertex of 4 will be updated with weight 25 and the vertex 7 will be updated with weight 10. And keep in mind that when you are updating the weight of a particular node, you must keep the record of the parent of that particular node. So, why the weight of the 4 and 7 are updated? Due to due to these nodes are the adjacent of node 5. So, parent of the node 4 is 25, we is 5, we mention here, and the parent of the node 7 is 5, we mention here, right, and remaining vertices will remain as it is inside the queue. So, weight of 1 is infinity, 2 is infinity, and 3 is infinity, 5 is not in the queue, 6 is also infinity. So, this is the one process completed. Now, the minimum weight node will come out, right. So, you can see that in this queue the node 7 having the weight 10. So, this is the minimum. So, this node will come out, and mind it, when the node 10 is coming out, so see the who is the parent of node 7. So, you can see clearly here the parent of node 7 is 5. So, we have already planned to solve this particular problem. So, we will connect node 7 and 5 like this, right. So, this edge will be the part of our minimum cost spanning tree, this is clear. Now, when the node 7 will come out, you can see the adjacent of the node 7 which is in the queue. So, one adjacent of the 7 is 5, but 5 is not in the queue, it is already being removed. So, only one adjacent which is 1 is residing inside the queue. The weight of the 1 will be updated with the adjacent edge weight, that is 28. So, this weight will be updated with 28, and nothing will happen. So, parent of the node 1 will be node 7, right. This is infinity, this is infinity, this is 25, parent is 5, this is being removed, this is infinity, and node 7 is also removed. Now, you can see the status of the queue, and you can find out the which one is smallest, which one is smallest. So, you can find that the node 4 having the smallest weight inside, which is inside the queue. So, we will remove this node from the queue, and before processing we will connect node 4 with the parent of node 4, that is 5. So, we will connect 4, 5 and 4, right. So, now again when the node 4 is coming out, we can see the adjacent of the node 4 is 5, which is already being removed. Adjacent of 4 is 6, and what is the weight of 6 till now, that is infinity. So, node of weight of 6 will be updated with 24, and another adjacent of the node 4 is 3. The weight of 3 is infinity, which will be updated with 22. So, these two adjacent are only adjacent which are adjacent of 4, which that are still remain inside the queue. So, now the parent of these two nodes is 4. So, the node 1 is remaining inside the queue, parent is 4, 2 is infinity, right. This is out from the queue, this is out from the queue, this is out from the queue. Now, we are having 3 nodes inside the queue, right, and when the node 4 is coming out, right, due to parent we have connected here, right. Now, which node is coming out among the available node inside the queue? The node 3 will come out, because this node having the minimum weight, right, and the parent of node 3 is 4. So, we will connect 3 and 4, right. So, when the node 3 will come out, so let us see what are the adjacent of node 3. Adjacent of node 3 is 4, which is not available inside the queue. Adjacent of 3 is node 6, and node 6 having the weight 18, right. Node 6 having the weight 18, adjacent edge is 18, so it will be updated. So, we update it with 18, and who will be the parent of node 6? That is, this is updated due to node 3. So, we mark here that the parent of node 6 is 3, right, and the another adjacent of the 3 is node 2. So, weight of node 2 will be updated with 12, right, and the node parent of this will be 3. This is node 3, 28, parent is 7, right. This is out from the queue, this is out from the queue, this is out from the queue, this is out from the queue. Now, weight of the this is 3, parent of the 18 is 3. Now, the node 2 will come out, node 2 will come out, because it is having the minimum weight. Node 2 will come out, and we will connect node 2 and 3, right, node 2 and 3. So, when the node 2 is coming out, what are the adjacent which are still available inside the queue? One adjacent is 3, it is not available in the queue, and another adjacent is 1. So, weight of 1 can be updated, weight of 1 can be updated with 16. So, it will be updated with 16, and the parent of node 1 will become the node 2, right. This is out, this is not available, not available, not available, and due to 2, node 6 will have no effect. So, weight of 18 of the node 6, and the parent of 6 is 3. Now, the node 2 will come out, sorry, node 1 will come out, this node 1 will come out, and who is the parent of node 1? Parent of node 1 is 2. So, we will connect 1 and 2, right. So, when the node 1 is coming out, so only one adjacent, that is 6, is available inside the queue, that can be updated with weight 14. So, this is out, this is not available. So, it will become 14, and the weight of the node 6 will be 1, and this is not available. So, now when the 14 will come out, when the node 6 is coming out, so we will connect with this node with its parent. So, parent of node 6 is 1. So, 1 will come out. Now, you can see the status of the queue. The queue is completely empty. All the 7 vertices have gone out from the queue, and the whole queue is empty, and when the queue is empty, we are having the result with us. This is the minimum cost spanning tree. We can calculate the weight of the spanning tree with the summing of the weight of the edges, 25, 22, and this edge 3 to 2 is 12, 16, and 1 to 6 having the weight 14. So sum of the, so the weight of the MST we can calculate here, that the weight of minimum spanning tree equal to, sum all the weightage 10 plus 25 plus 22 plus 12 plus 16 plus 14. So when you will calculate this 16 plus 14, 30, 30 and 34, 64, 64 and 35 equal to 99. So weight of the minimum cost spanning tree is 99. So there may be also possibility that a graph may have multiple minimum cost spanning tree when the graph have the edges with the same cost, then only it is possible. Otherwise the minimum cost spanning tree will have the unique weight, right? There may be different graph, but the weight of the minimum cost spanning tree will always remain same. Thank you.